New York Mets needed his top-of-the-line starter, and they trade for Freddy Peralta, who's been in the rumor mill all offseason from the Milwaukee Brewers. So the New York Mets acquire Peralta and Tobias Myers for Brandon Sproat and Jet Williams, the Mets' number 3 and number 5 prospects. So last season, a monster year was for Peralta: 176 and two-thirds, 17-6 record, 204 Ks, 2.70 ERA, 1.08 WHIP, and 13 quality starts. And that goes to a New York Mets team that totally changed their roster for the most part this offseason. And this Met team, I think they're better built this season than last year. Deeper lineup. Now you had an ace in Freddy Peralta to go top of the rotation with Nicole McLean. And I believe Freddy Peralta is going to put up similar numbers with this New York Met team. Maybe the wins will go down, but I think ERA, strikeouts, and innings will be up there for Freddy Peralta. So in terms of fantasy baseball, he's someone Peralta anywhere from that 5th to 7th round range I would take. Like I said, he's on a good team in the New York Mets. I know it's a tough division with the Philadelphia Phillies and Atlanta Braves, but he's on a team that I think is going to score more runs this season. And also, it is a pitcher's ballpark, especially in the colder months to start the season. So I like Peralta landing with the New York Mets. Obviously, like I said, one of the better teams in the National League. And also Tobias Myers, last season he was used more as a reliever, even though he's a swingman. And it wouldn't be surprising to me if he's in this rotation at some time this season. Is Myers. So last year, 50 and two-thirds, 1-2 record, 38 Ks, a 3.55 ERA, and a 1.36 WHIP. So like I said, Myers, he's someone early in the season, you're not going to draft him if he's in the bullpen. But like I said, mid-season, it wouldn't be surprising to me. But we saw a lot of injuries in this Met rotation last season that he's in the rotation. Now to the Brewers, what they're getting in this deal, Brandon Sproat, he had a cup of coffee in the majors last season with the New York Mets. I think he slides right into the rotation for Peralta's spot. And this is what they were looking for: a young pitcher under control and ready to pitch in the majors, and also a decent position player that's going to be up in a year or two. And that's what the Brewers got in this deal. So Sproat last season, 20 and two-thirds, 0-2 record, 17 Ks, a 4.79 ERA, a 1.21 WHIP, and 2 quality starts. So like I said, it was a cup of coffee in the majors, but Sproat, he has electric stuff at times. He's a guy that could go deep into ball games. And like I said, this Brewer team, they're definitely still contending, but we know they're a small market team, and Freddy Peralta is a free agent after the season, so obviously they want to pay him. But like I said, Sproat, he's under team control for 5-6 seasons, and they're going to put him right in the rotation. I believe he's a 4th or 5th starter. Milwaukee, it is a hit-or-miss park to pitch the baseball, where it's more of a hitter's park than anything, but obviously indoors most of the times. And to Jet Williams, we haven't seen him in the major leagues, but he's been a top 100 prospect for a long time now, is Jet Williams, where he could play multiple positions, second, short, and some outfield. But like I said, the Mets, they got Simeon and Bichette in the offseason. I think Williams was expendable, with also Vientos and Brett Beatty still on the roster. So the New York Mets land the ace they needed in Freddy Peralta. And we'll see if we can help this Met team and fantasy owners enter in the 2026 season.